What's up, guys? It's Missy. I'm back with another SimCity Build It video, and this is going to be a tips and tricks video. I do have a couple videos already on tips and tricks. I'm going to kind of try to bundle them all into one, so you might hear tips that you've heard in other videos, especially if you guys have watched a lot of my videos. You probably are going to hear quite a bit of information that you've already heard. Now, I'm going to do my best to remember each and every tip. I did write them down, and there was like 150 tips that I came up with as far as stuff off the top of my head. So I'm going to do my best to get through them as fast as I can. Now, some of these are going to be, I'm going to do my best to do the variety. So there's going to be epic tips, contest of mayors tips, and if you don't understand what it means, go and watch a specific video on that specific topic. For example, when I go through the epic tips, if you are having difficulties understanding what it means, go watch my epic tip video where I elaborate more on what that topic is. I'm going to take an assumption here that most of you are pretty well educated on the game, and I'll be able to get through this information pretty quickly. Okay, so that being said, please hit that like and subscribe button, and we're going to get started. So first tip that I have is to always make sure that when you guys are posting items for sale, that you are clicking off this advertise button if you do not want your depot advertised to the global market. If you post something for sale and you advertise it, it will be advertised for a total of 12 hours. What this means is that anybody on the global market is going to be able to access your depot. All right. So if you're posting for a group member, you might want to click off that button. Now they can see anything in your depot that they have unlocked. If you post it for sale like this, it will show a blue global symbol in the top left corner. If you want to take that item down, you have to pay $1 Sims Cash, and it will remove the item, but you will not get it back. It will be deleted. Okay. So another tip, and this is going to be for you people in groups. Let's say that you have somebody in your group and they have all of a sudden logged out. And they did this when you guys started conversating about doing a rare trade. So me and you we're talking, we're going back and forth, and I say I'm going to give you 5 cameras, and you're going to give me some dozer blades in return. All of a sudden, somebody logged out of the group, okay? And then me and you, we proceed on with our trade, and that item was purchased, and it says that, it doesn't say a name. It says that Global purchased it. When somebody in your group purchases something from your depot, it will show up here like this one says Chronic, and it has a shield. That is a member of my club. When somebody who is a non-club member purchases something, it will not show a name. Okay, now here's the tip that I have, and this is what people don't understand, is they have somebody who has exited the group, purchased the item. What they have done is they saw that you guys were trading rares, and they decided that they were going to travel to my city and they were going to camp at my depot. Okay, that way when they purchase the item, it shows up as a global. It doesn't show up that they purchased it because they're no longer in the group. Now what you can do to avoid this, and this way you know for a fact who it is that purchased it, is one, if you don't have anything on global, it's pretty obvious, right? But let's say that you did have something on global and you want to see who did purchase it. What you can do is leave that money uncollected. And what's going to happen is when that person rejoins the group, it's going to pop up their name as long as you didn't collect it. So if you suspect that somebody who frequents your group is doing something like that, I recommend that you do not collect the money. That way, when they enter again, you'll be able to see their name and you'll be able to call them out on it. And then you can go about basically banning them from your club. Okay, next tip. When you're posting items for sale, especially items that maybe take a little longer to sell. My tip to you is, let's see, try to find something that's kind of common here. A lot of people, they don't remember 100% what the purchase is, but because they see that number all the time, they know that that's what it is. So everybody knows that this is basically the price you're going to see for shovels, right? Or 5 suits, you're going to see that, okay? 5 caps, you're going to see 3,000. If I hit it down to 1, a lot of people they notice that. They're like, oh, that's not really a deal. But if you go below 5 like this, people don't realize it. And they don't realize that they're only getting 8 coins off because it messes with their recollection of what the price was. So what I normally do is I bring it down below 3, or I double digit my numbers. For example, if I'm posting 5 pink drinks, I will put them up for 50-50, okay? This messes with people's head, and then they purchase it thinking they're going to make money off of it. They get to their depot, they hit, max, and they're like, what? I only got 8 coins difference. They didn't pay attention. So it's just kind of an easier way to get people to buy things, okay? Another thing is when you have items that let's say you're not hurting for money, you don't need these items to be sold right away. What I recommend that you do is, especially if you have things like burgers or pizza, is that you go all the way over to the last slots that you have unlocked, and you put anything for sale that is hard to sell all the way to the right, okay? Now, Daniel will buy the items in your city after. Now, what I was told and what I believe to be true, I could be wrong, but every 48 hours, he will purchase any items that you have up, unless you have advertised that item, in which he will purchase it every 24 hours. Now, back when I had tested this a long time ago, this was true. I don't know if it has recently been changed with any recent updates. So keep that in mind. Okay? I'm not going to go through the tips, the basic common knowledge tips, and that's you want to camp low level, you want to add your storage, you don't want to sell your rares, all that kind of stuff. We're going to skip over that. So, next one. This is a Contest of Mares tip. If you guys are doing Contest of Mares assignments, production assignments to be specific, and let's say that I have to make... My headphones keep buzzing. I hope this doesn't record like shit. Okay, let's say that I need to make 10 backpacks for a assignment, and I don't want to collect those backpacks just yet. What you can do is click the shop before that and click the arrow. And this way, you're able to put more backpacks in your queue without having to collect them. And that is a very, very good tip, especially for people who don't have all 11 slots unlocked, or for people who have other assignments that they're working on. A lot of people will be like, oh crap, I got to collect these 6 backpacks in order to lay more down, right? No. You can only lay down 11 backpacks. So let's say that there's 11 backpacks and they've all been completed. You will be unable to lay down 11 more backpacks, but you will be able to make up for that if it's not something, if it's like you had 7 made and you want to lay, 4 more down, you'll be able to do that. Okay. Another tip, make sure that you guys are collecting your taxes every 24 hours, because they do not add up after 24 hours. Some people have this misconception that if they don't collect their taxes for several days, that it will stack up over time, and it does not. It stops at the 24-hour mark. Okay? Next tip. If you purchase money with real money, if you purchase Sims Cash and you purchase this Sims for 30 days package over here on the right-hand side, it will say days left. And let's say it says 29 days left. And you don't log into the game and collect that every day, you are going to miss that day. So if you buy a pack for a month and you don't log on to your game for a month, it's not going to be there in a month. Okay. It didn't used to be like that, but it is now. If I had 5 days left and I didn't log in for 2 days, I'm not going to have 5 days when I return. These pink plumb bob points are temporary. Okay, anytime limited time events come up in the game, you will get an email on the left-hand side of your screen, right in this general area, and it will say, hey, Mayor, this is what's going on, blah, blah, blah. Well, as you can see right here, there's a little flower here and it has this little red notification symbol. Okay, that is new. That is with the new contest of mayors thing. And you can also see that it's showing pink plumb bob points here. So you get green ones for doing assignments. You get pink ones. You get 10 per assignment. Now, if you click this, it will show you the new pass that you work alongside your mayor's pass. Now, sometimes you get these points by doing house upgrades. Sometimes you have to make items and donate them. Sometimes you are able to just do assignments and you get a certain amount per assignment. So you just have to look and read, basically just read and see what it is that they want you to do. The one good thing, and this is one of the best tips, and you wouldn't think that I would need to say this to people, but the best tip that I can give to you guys is to read your menu. Now, again, you would think that that would be common knowledge or common sense, and surprisingly enough, it's not. A lot of people don't read. They don't. They just look at it and they say, oh, I don't understand it, and they go about their day. If you stop and you look around your screen, you go, okay, this little eye up here in the top right corner, you're going to see that little eye a lot in this game. You click it, it is the information button, okay? It tells you the event rules, and it tells you how much you can get if you purchase stuff, okay? Now, if you click your chat bubble here, and you click the members tab, again, we see that little eye. We click the little eye. This is how you leave the club that you're currently in. That code right there is the code that you type in to come to a specific club. Okay, so that tip, read your menus. Now, when you click on this symbol here with the hat, that is an epic project symbol. This means that you are able to do an epic project. Now, you don't do an epic project until you've watched all my videos on epics. But I'm going to give you guys the basic tips of what this menu entails. At the top left of the epic, you see where it says specialization mountain. That means that if I were to pay that amount of coin, which it's only that high because I have so many of the mountain epics already done, it's going to start my epic project. If you read right here on the right hand side, it says the duration of that epic project is going to be 24 hours. If I want to change the specialization, I hit this change button here, and I would pay the amount of coins that it asks for, and it would randomly select a different category. If you are finding that the category that you want is not popping up, then that means that you are not within the vicinity. So this house is way too far away from my beach. So it's never going to pop up a beach epic being this far away. I would need to move that home closer to the category that I wish for it to randomly select, then hit change. You can hit change as many times as you want, and the price is going to go up. Okay. Next tip, again, click this little eye, and it tells you some more information. Now, let's say that you have completed an epic project and you want to know what category that building is from because maybe you forgot. You know, you're looking at all these homes in the back of your city or wherever, and you're like, man, I want to know what category this one is. And a lot of people don't know this. It doesn't say, now, it does not say anywhere in words what that is. So if I wanted to figure out what category this is, the best thing that you can do, see how it shows one time, it shows the silver. That means that that is a building that is producing a silver token. Do you know which category this is from? A lot of you don't know this, but there's a little symbol right there, that little gold symbol, and it shows 2 cards, playing cards. Come over here, hit this. Which one has 2 playing cards? Gambling. That means that is a gambling epic. Now, these are all mountain epics. See how it has the mountain symbol, the beach symbol, and so on. This is transportation, okay? So you match up those icons with the epic, and that it'll tell you which one it is. Okay, next tip. Boosting population, okay? Whenever you guys buy any buildings from anywhere, you hold down this button and it pops this menu up. And again, reading the menu is going to make your life a lot easier. This is going to tell you how much it boosts your population, how much the price of this building is, the requirements to buy said building, and the amount of epic pointers it provides. Now, see how, try to show you guys something here. See how these 2 are locked? That's because I need 5 Paris homes in order to purchase. However, you see how I have it purchased in my city? At one point, I did have 5 Paris homes, okay? So if I was to put this in storage, which you hold down on any building that allows you to store it, you hit that little box there on the right-hand side and you hit store it. Now you see how it says I have 1. I can replace that down. If it gets locked, you could still place down the ones that you already own. Okay, place it down, but now it's locked again. So if I want to purchase an additional one, I will have to meet the requirements again to unlock it. This is going to be the same for your services. If you purchased Omega services like I have, right? You cannot purchase another one until you meet the requirements, which would mean I would need 3 Omega residents. Bulldozing roads for money. Do not ever do this. Believe it or not, you guys, there's a lot of bad tips out there from other YouTubers, and they give you guys really bad advice on a lot of their stuff. And one of the things that they tell you guys to do if you need quick money is to bulldoze any roads. Don't. Okay? That you're only getting half your money back, and you're going to have to re-upgrade it at some point. Bad idea. If you are hurting for money to the point where you have to bulldoze your parks or your roads, then you're doing something wrong, and you need to reevaluate your spending, and you need to reevaluate your income. You cannot depend on taxes. That is not going to be enough. You need to make sure that you run all your shops 24/7. If you haven't already, you need to go binge watch every one of my videos so that you don't end up broke, so that you understand how to do these epics and stuff. Okay? That's what's going to keep you from being broke. Another tip, if you look on the top middle of my screen, you can see that I have neocoins here. I have 250,000 neocoins. If you look right here, it says that the amount I can hold is 30,000. So how did I manage to hold 251,000 when I have a bank capacity of 30,000? This is because, 1, there's 2 ways that you collect Omega coins. 1, you have Omega homes that generate taxes on top of their homes, similar to the Epic token, except for they give you neocoins. Or 2, you sell your Neo Omega items. You make canisters, cost 7,000. It's going to give you a random medium, large, or small canister, depending on how many homes you have unlocked. I don't have any Omega homes, so it's only allowing me to make small canisters. But either way, it's going to cost $7 grand. When I open this canister, it's going to give me an Omega item. Your Omega storage is over here in the top left. It is a random item. Now, you cannot sell Omega items to people in your club or to the global market, but you can sell them to these sim bubbles that pop up. Now, when you do this, it's going to allow you to exceed the amount of that you can hold of your neobank. This is how people are able to purchase Neo services without having to upgrade their neobank. because upgrading the neobank is pretty expensive. The only downfall with this is if you have any Omega coins on top of your homes, you will be unable to collect those until you meet below your bankroll. So you can exceed it when you sell it to the people, but you cannot exceed it when collecting it off your homes. Now, this is another similar instance with the canisters. Let's say that you see how I'm allowed to hold 35 Omega items. If I want to exceed that, I would have to pay cash for the can, and it will allow me to go over the amount that I can hold. So let's say that I'm opening canisters for Contest of Bears, and I have 35 Omega items. I would have to sell or use those Omega items before I can open any more canisters, unless I wait for it to get down to like $1 and I pay the $1 for the canister, and then it's going to allow me to exceed the amount of Omega items I can hold. Factories. When purchasing factories, I always recommend that you guys upgrade your factories as soon as possible. The moment that you get 3 slots, buy 3 slots. The moment you get 4 slots, buy the 4 slots. When you get to the 5-slot factory, you're going to unlock the high-tech factory here, and then there's the nanotech here. The only difference in these two is price and pollution, okay? This one is $30,000 more. They both have 5 slots. This one you need 80,000 pop to unlock. This one you need 150,000 pop to unlock. This one, the very end nanotech, can be placed near a residence. It does not come with this brown square. The brown square on your screen is your pollution square. Any home within that pollution square is going to drop in happiness, and it will affect your happiness. It will make it go down. Okay? So make sure that if you do want to put factories near your homes, that you purchase the nanotech. Me, I don't have any homes near my factories, so I went ahead and purchased the high tech. Saved 30 grand a pop by having, you know what I mean? That's a lot. So, next tip. Building plans. Let's say that you are upgrading a home and it's asking for items that you either don't have or that are really expensive. You can, or it doesn't even have to be upgrading a home. It could be repairing a disaster, repairing a war disaster, whatever. You click on this, see how it has that refresh? You click the refresh and it's going to put you on a 30-minute timer or allow you to watch a video ad or pay 12 cash to give you a set of new building requirements. If you do not want to upgrade that specific home, there will be an additional button next to it that will allow you to cancel the upgrade on that particular home and put it onto a different house. And that only works if it's past the construction point. So you have to have already done one upgrade on it. This does not change the rewards when it comes to repairs. If you are looking at a war repair, for example, I get 1 megaphone if I repair this. If I was to click refresh, it's still going to give me a megaphone. It's just going to ask me for a different item to do the repairs. Let's say that you're doing an epic project and you left your 1 pointers and your 2 pointers out, okay? You cannot put them back in storage until you have donated to them. And this is why I tell you guys to make sure that you are putting them in storage prior to starting your epic project. If you want to start a club, you will have to pay 50 cash. So just remember that. The game does start you off with 50 cash, but you have to be level 18 to join a club. Now, let's say that you've been playing, you hit level 18, and for whatever reason, you don't have the club option. I had a member of mine that had played with me for a very long time. She had gotten a new phone, and her city was connected to Facebook. So she went through the tutorial. She logged into her tried to log into her Facebook to connect her save data, and she didn't have that option. She also didn't have the option to join a club when she went up to level 18. what she had done was she had put, when the game first asks you how old you are, when she put below 13, it took away the feature to log into Facebook and to join a club. I do not know if this is still a current issue, but that was, as of a year ago, that was how it works, so it might still work that way. I recommend that you do not unlock regionals at any time until your capital map has been completed. When you are making factory items, let's say that you want to make 5 metal. A lot of people will drag one, drag one, drag one, right? It can be really annoying. If you grab the one item, hold it, and drag it across all 5 boxes, you can get it done a lot quicker. Surprisingly enough, a lot of people don't know that, because when the game first starts you out, it starts you out with 2. So a lot of people just pull it down one at a time, okay? You will be, hang on. Yeah, clipboards. Okay, your city journal. These clipboards will randomly pop up and they will pick a home. Once they have popped up, you are unable to bulldoze that house until you have completed the requirements or the whatever they're asking you to do. When you do complete it, you will get some rewards, usually, rares. Now, city achievements. And you can get to that with this little red house here. I recommend that you hold on to any bit of cash you get from these, and you follow my building guide instruction to unlock shops and all that good stuff. Okay? When you have completed an epic project, your next epic will not be able to be done right away. The timer used to be 24 hours. I don't know if it has changed to 12. Somebody had mentioned that, but to my knowledge, it's still 24 hours. If you want to know how long until your next epic project, you click this little token tower here. There will be a timer at the very top of this menu, and it will tell you when you can start your next epic. And you will not get this popped up if you do not have a fully regular residential home. Meaning, if you just have Tokyo or London, you're not going to get an epic. If you have a bunch of house upgrades and there isn't one that's completely 100% done, you're not going to get an epic. So you got to fully upgrade those homes. Okay? Now, when you click on your house here on the right-hand side, there's 3 menus on the right side. One does this, one does this. Okay? High land value, low land value. Now, what this means is if you complete upgrades on your regular homes within the luxurious forecast, it's going to give you skyscrapers. Okay? If you don't, it's going to give you more ugly buildings. So that has to do with the type of building that you get. Now, to my knowledge, this has nothing to do with epics, though. Epics are completely random. This has to do with regular homes. This here is your store shop. If you have any upgrades, they will pop up here and you will see a number. If you see a number next to this shop, you click that and you see which one it's telling you, and it will tell you, it'll show you guys like a little green arrow, and it will tell you when to do your next upgrade. There's 2 ways that you upgrade your shops. One, you upgrade your shops with these little 3 stars here, and this is the time discount. Okay? So you hit the information, says fully upgraded, 20% time is off. The other way you upgrade your shops is by upgrading the amount of slots. If you hold down on, let's say you want to know how many flour you have without having to click on your inventory here and without having to go here like this, you can see it another way, which is actually quite helpful. If you click on the store and you hold down here and you read your menu, you will see it says in-city storage is 49. Okay? Tells you how long it takes to make, tells you the requirements and all that good stuff. It also tells you the name of the item. If you guys are curious as to what the item is called or what people are referring to, you can hold down here and it will tell you what it's called. Or you can do it here as well. Okay? Right here underneath the bar, it says plus 30 storage boost, ends 18 days, 17 hours. That is your temp storage that you get from your mayor's pass. Okay? Now, the next thing that I wanted to show you guys is these here, these HQs. Anytime that you guys unlock a new category, you have to purchase the first building. When you purchase the first building, you're going to place it down on your map. Now, this building, along with all the others, are flippin' ugly, and they are very low in pop boost, very low in epic pointers. There's no reason to have them out. Okay, so I put mine in storage, and yes, even putting it in storage, you can still place down any other buildings that you have. Okay, another tip. I recommend that you don't do shipments unless you need to do them for contest of mayors or you're actually wanting to build the airport residentials. Reason being, especially for you high-level people, they're a ripoff. The amount of items that you donate exceed the amount that you earn. Okay? I don't do any airport deliveries unless I have to do it for contest of mayors or unless I would need an item, which I don't build those types of homes. Okay? Sorry, you guys, I'm reading my notes here. Pick a unique name. Okay? When you join a group, there are a lot of names that the game starts you off with a name. If you don't pick a name that's unique, then what's going to happen is you're going to join a group and multiple people might have that name and it gets super confusing. So pick a name. All right? When you're in a club, I recommend always saying the amount when asking for items. It just makes trading so much easier. Don't post rares when the person's not already at your depot, and make sure that there's somebody who's trustworthy. Now, this thing I'm about to talk about next, it's kind of a glitch, and it's been going on more lately in the past, I'd say 2 weeks or so. A lot of people have been finding that when they post items for sale, that they are not visible to people in their club or to people on their friends list. And I recommend that if you're trading rares or swapping rares from your feeder city, that you do it with 5 at a time, because people have been reporting that their stuff has not been popping up, or that they've purchased something and it is not showing up in their inventory and they're positive that they purchased it. Now, this has always been an issue, but it seems to be happening way too much the past 2 weeks or so. Okay, I'm already at 32 minutes on this video. This is going to be part 1, and then I'm going to start part 2 as soon as this one uploads, and we'll continue on.